Different type, different mood. Make you feel it, it's a groove. Ooh. Different palette, other foods I put you on too. Basically what I be saying.
All right, so I got to ask you, just growing up, who were some of your favorite players?
Yeah, I was a big Colorado Avalanche guy growing up, which was obviously made it pretty special to play there and be drafted there. And actually, I got to work with all three of these guys, but it was Sakic, Forsberg, Waugh were my three guys. I was pretty diehard. Actually, Dallas kept beating them in the late 90s, and it used to break my heart. So kind of funny how things come full circle.
So I love that. So I do this question called Mount Rushmore of your position.
Yeah.
You being a forward.
Yeah.
If you did a Mount Rushmore with four, pretty sure you could put two of those guys on that Mount Rushmore from Colorado. But if you did your four, who would be your four?
Yeah, so four would be more my favorite guys rather than greatest ever. My four would be Forsberg, Sakic, Maurice Richard, and I think I'd put Crosby on there. Okay. So he was just coming in when I was, a few years before I made the league. So he was a guy we all looked up to.
I love it. So not naming Forsberg and Sakic, if you put a line together.
Yeah.
And this is your line. You got two defensemen, two wingers, and a center.
Yeah.
If you did the and a goalie, so no Avalanche involved.
Okay.
How would that line look? And you're one of the guys on the line.
Okay. So I can't pick those other guys?
No.
Okay. Are we talking all time or present day?
Oh, you can do both. Mix it.
Okay. So anyone from history. Okay. Richard.
Okay.
I would say Gretzky. I haven't said anything about him. I got to. Back end would be Ray Bork.
Ooh.
And Bobby Orr.
Like that.
And that. I mean, I'm still going Patty Waugh. You got to go Patty there.
Yeah, no choice.
Yeah.
I like that. So, NHL, the video game, I got to ask you, man, you probably grew up playing that game, created yourself.
Yeah.
To see yourself on that video game years later, what do you think about that?
Yeah, it's cool. I remember playing the first time I ever played with my actual self on the game. I was playing against my buddy, and he wanted to play, and I think my guy got a hat trick, and that was pretty cool. It's the first time ever playing. I'm sure I was passing to him a little bit more, but it was pretty cool. Yeah,
I love it. So just being able to come to the Stars team, who's the one guy that you were most impressed with? Obviously, you faced this team before, but who was the guy on this team that you were most impressed with when you saw him on the ice and being a teammate with him?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys I knew pretty well. The one guy I didn't know just as a young guy was Wyatt Johnson, and I just didn't realize how good he was. And I know he kind of came out of nowhere and made the team last year, and getting to see him up close was pretty crazy, just because I just knew so little about him, from him just being a rookie last year.
I love it. Last question. Dream scenario here. So let's just say you get a matchup, a shootout.
Yeah.
And you got to face, obviously, no Patrick Walker. That's the man. We know that's the man. Yeah. But if you could face one goalie in a shootout and you get a chance and the outcome comes in your favor, who would be the guy that you want to face?
I think either Brodeur, because I never scored on him when I played against him, and he's one of the greatest, if arguably the greatest ever. I think Patty, but Brodeur is two at absolute worst. So either him or Hasek, because no one could score on Hasek back in the day. So obviously you think about the 98 Olympics shootout against Canadians. So I think I think Hasek just because of that, just because he was, everyone talked about you couldn't beat him in a shootout.
I think Star Says loves that because of what happened with Brett Hall. So,
yeah.
Hey, man, I appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you.